Hello, this is Nancy with Yoga Journey 108, and for today's journey we are going to journey into the shoulders, and of course that's going to include a little bit of neck and a little bit of upper back. So for this sequence we're going to need our bolster or a pillow or a rolled up towel. We'll need a strap, and we may or may not need a block. Okay, block might be optional today. So with no further ado, let's get to it. We'll begin today's journey with our bolster perpendicular to the flow of the mat, and we're going to set our shoulder blades on the bolster, and we're going to have our arms, when they're straight out, are going to clear the top of the bolster. Okay, now here's where we may need the block. As we settle our head back, are we able to get our chin slightly tucked? If you find yourself doing this, then this is where we're going to use our block as a pillow. So we can just guide the chin in a bit, get some length through the back of the neck, open out through the upper back, and breathe in here. Notice how the breath moves when we're in this position, kind of like flowing over the roller coaster of the rib cage into the belly, and exhaling out again. Now let's see if you could draw the breath all the way in toward the navel. And as you exhale, feel the energy just go straight down and out. Inhale, filling up from the belly, through the ribs, up to the chest. Exhale down and out. Feel the collarbones sinking in toward the earth. Settling the mind into the moment. Let's take one more big inhale. Fill the belly right up through the ribs. Bring it into the chest. Open the mouth and if it feels good, let's reach up overhead with our fingertips. Reach away with our toes. And when we're ready to release, do so with a big sigh. We're going to crawl the feet up toward the sit bones. And we're going to roll off the bolster to one side. Push ourselves up to seated. Here we are, sitting up on our bolster, nice and tall, long spine, rooting down through our sit bones. And we're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears. And we're going to exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Feel the slide of the shoulder blades down your back. We're going to be doing a lot of work with our shoulder blades. So let's really bring some attention to that essential part of our shoulders. One more time. Inhale, squeeze it up. Exhale, feel the wings of your shoulders settling down the back. Okay, let's inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers. We're going to bring the thumbs down and we're going to cradle the back of our head. And as we inhale, we're going to lean the back of the head into the palms. We're going to resist with the palms. And as we exhale, keeping the spine nice and long, we're just going to close the elbows. Inhale, elbows wide. Press into the head. Head presses into the hands. Exhale to close it in. Connect with the slide of the shoulder blades again. Inhale, they're drawing in toward one another. Exhale, they're separating. Okay, let's get the spine involved here. So as we inhale, we're going to roll forward on our sit bones, open the heart. Maybe we can look up as we cradle the skull. And as we exhale, we're going to rock back on the sit bones, tuck the chin, close the elbows. Inhale, open the heart, arch through the upper back. Exhale, draw the navel in, roll back, tuck it all in. Inhale, shoulder blades squeezing together as the chest opens. Exhale, shoulder blades separating as we draw it all in. One more. Flowing with the tide of the breath. And back to center. Let's release the hands. Let's come off the bolster, set it off to the side. We're down on our sit bones. Again, let's find our roots. And from our roots, we can rise up, find some lightness through the upper body. Let's inhale the arms up. As we exhale, the left hand comes across to the right knee. And we come into a twist. On the inhale, we rise up, find length through both sides of the body. And on the exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale to rise. Exhale to twist. So let's investigate our shoulder blades again. So take a look at that right shoulder and see if you can open the shoulder toward the back of the room. So actually play with it. So relax the shoulder, rotate it out. Relax the shoulder, rotate it out. Try to originate that move as if the shoulder blade were a hand pressing your chest and moving your shoulder open. That's essentially what it's doing. So feel into that right shoulder blade, or breathe some intelligence right into it. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, let's twist over to the left, and same kind of thing happening over here. We're going to take a look at that shoulder head. Is it tend to round in? We're going to guide it out. We're going to use the shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, to peel open the shoulder and bring some space into the chest. So just play with that, relaxing it. Shoulder blade peels it open. Really breathe into the left shoulder blade. Let's shed a little light in places that we don't normally pay attention to, especially when they're behind us. We tend to not notice our back body unless there's something wrong with it. But let's get really familiar with our shoulder blades. Let's be friends. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Okay, for the next one, we're going to take our strap. We're going to take it shoulder width apart. And again, let's breathe some intelligence into our shoulder blades here. So we're going to reach forward as far as we can. The shoulder blades are separating. Okay, now we're going to bring the shoulder blades back into neutral position by drawing the shoulder heads back and the shoulder blades gently pull together on the back body. Stretch it on out, reach them forward. Exhale, draw them on back. So one more time. Inhale to reach far out, contain the lower ribs. We still have a long, tall spine. And exhale, draw them back. Okay, from here, we're gonna open up a little bit on our strap so we're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we're gonna inhale the arms up, in line with the sit bones, in line with the shoulders. And on the next inhale, we're going to draw the arms behind the plane of the body. Now we'll let our ribs come out for these first few. So as we inhale, we're going to reach back with our arms. Keep the strap tight. It's not going to be very big. And on an exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, reach back. We'll let the chest press forward. Exhale, back to neutral. Inhale, reach back, open the heart. Strong arms. Exhale, release. Okay, now this one we're gonna contain our upper body, and so it's just the action of the shoulders. So engage the core, and then reach back on the inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale to come back. Exhale to center. Inhale back, and exhale to center. So from seated, we're going to work our way up to standing, but we'll take a little pause on the way up to do a little rabbit. We're going to walk the hands forward, keep the hips nice and high, sink the chest toward the earth, chin comes to the mat or forehead. Reach the arms out, elbows off the ground. Just release, melt the chest in toward the earth. You should be feeling some nice opening through the bottom tips of your wingtips, the wingtips of the shoulder blades.
So we come from extended puppy. Okay, let's see if we can keep all that length that we have in the upper body as we lift the sit bones up toward the sky. Keep pressing the floor away. Strong shoulders. So part of our exploration is not only opening the shoulders, but strengthening them as well. The shoulders are made for mobility, but even still, they can be subject to inertia. And so they tend to lack strength over the course of time as well. Inhale here. Exhale, sigh. Let's look to the hands. Let's walk the feet to the hands. Release over the leg. Take opposite elbow into opposite palm. Let the body be so heavy. Let the shoulders release completely. Maybe sway from side to side. Maintaining the hinge of the hips. Let's release the arms, and we're going to come on up to standing.
And let's get our strap. So again, we're going to bring our strap shoulder width apart. We're going to rise on up. Feel the feet. Feel the rise of energy up from the feet. Then we're going to send the left hip out as we bring the hands over toward the right, keeping the strap nice and taut, keeping our arms nice and straight. Breathe into the left side body. Maybe we can look up toward the sky. Inhale to rise up, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, send the right hip out as we reach the hands the opposite direction. Maybe gaze up toward the sky. If that's kind of tweaking the neck, just look straight ahead. Breathe into the right side body. Inhale to center. Exhale, let's take a wide angle with the strap. I'm going to turn around so you can see this. And we're going to drop the left hand, reach the right hand up. So keep the strap nice and taut. And we're pulling down with the left hand and pull up with the right hand. And what are the ribs doing? So if we get from the side. So the tendency will be to do this, but we want to contain so we can bring the opening into the shoulders. Inhale to come up to center, and exhale, switch sides. Now you may need to come up a bit on the strap or give yourself a little more slack because it's a different experience on either side. Especially if you had any old injuries to the shoulder. I've had a couple collarbones break on me back when I was in my wild 20s. So yeah, they still remind me that I had a rough time in soccer. So again, we're going to contain our ribs because the tendency will be to, as we reach out with our fist, to press forward with our chest, but we're not going to do that. We're going to contain it. And just find the opening in the shoulders. That's our focus today. So let's maintain some integrity there. Inhale to reach up, and exhale, release. So let's come to the top of our mat, feet about hip width apart. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, let's come down through the center. We bow forward. Inhale for a long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, drop on the back knee. Let's reach forward and up on the inhale and circle the arms wide and down on the exhale. Step back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Finish the exhale, step forward on the right foot, drop on the back knee. We're going to reach forward and up on the inhale, and then circle the arms wide and down on the exhale. Pick up the back knee, left meets right. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale to a forward fold. Arms wide, chin lifts, long spine all the way up. And then as we exhale, we're just going to come right back down. Inhale, long spine, pressing into the floor or into the shins. Exhale, fold, step back with the left foot, drop on the knee. This time we're going to circle the arms wide and up and reach them forward and down. Step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows hug the body. Inhale, up dog, open the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale to down dog. Finish the exhale, step forward with the left foot, drop on the back knee. Inhale, we're gonna circle the arms up. And exhale to reach forward and down. Lift the back knee, right meets left. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Arms wide, chin lifts, long spine all the way to the top. And exhale to namaste. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the front of the body. Try to keep that length as you exhale over the legs. Let's step back with the right, step back with the left. Let's find our plank. Now let's bring some intelligence into our shoulder blades again. So push the floor away so we separate the shoulder blades. Okay? And as we exhale, let's find the shoulder blades squeezing together and still engage the core. Okay? Option to come down on your knees if too much plank is keeping you from focusing on the shoulder girdle. So let's push away, find the space between the shoulder blades, and bring them back into line. Gently drawing them together, drawing in the rib cage so we're not sagging through the ribs or the tummy. Inhale here. Okay, now let's push forward on the toes, elbows come toward the back of the body, shoulders stay away from the ears into our chaturanga. And exhale, release. Wow. So release the arms, cheek to the mat, and sway the pelvis. Okay, let's draw ourselves on up into cobra. Okay. And just like with up dog, we want the shoulders away from the ears, so grow the neck nice and long. Okay. We want to use the shoulder blades again as hands to push the chest forward, away from the pelvis. So we're not just coming up, we're coming out of the pelvis. So find that action of the shoulder blades. Our hands on the mat are kind of assisting, so we kind of pull the mat toward us as we reach the sternum forward. Lots of length, lots of space. Pelvis pressing in, toes are nice and active. Breathe in here. Exhale, release. Let's try to keep that integrity. Bring the fingers out. Let's make big spider fingers. Inhale to roll up. Find the pelvis into the mat. Find the toenails into the mat. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to rise. Shoulders slide away from the ears. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to lower. And we'll turn the other cheek to the mat and sway the pelvis from side to side. Big, big inhale. Big, big exhale. So here we are on our tummies. So we're going to lift up a little bit. We're going to draw the right arm underneath. Drop the shoulder as much as possible. Okay? And then we're going to crisscross, both palms facing up toward the sky. And then we're just going to lower ourselves using the weight of our head over in the intersection of our arms. Breathe here. One more big inhale. Feel the opening through the shoulder heads, the deltoids. Exhale, let's scoot, 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 scoot. And switch sides. So this time we're going to bring the left under, drop it as much as possible. And the right hand is going to come out to the side. Hope my mic's still working. Both hands pointed up toward the sky. And then we're just going to lower the weight of our bodies into the intersection. Inhale to look up. Exhale to scoot, 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 scoot. And here we are, and we're going to set up in Sphinx. So here we are in Sphinx, just like we did with our Cobra. We're going to pull the chest away from the pelvis anchor the pelvis, like press into the pubic bone, press in through the toenails, activate the legs, pull the chest, sternum forward. We're gonna gently draw the shoulder blades back. We're gonna grow the neck out of the shoulders. Breathe here. Exhale, release. Let's reach out with our left hand. Okay. Anchor the toes of the left foot, or bend the leg. Take hold of the right foot. You can either take the outside or the inside. I like to take the outside because the knee tends to sway to the outside and we want to guide it in and keep it in line with the hips. Let's kick into the hand. Feel the opening through the right shoulder. Let it lift the heart. An option to stay right here, or maybe you lift the left hand and left foot, reaching out with the left fingers, reaching out with the left toes, thighs off the mat. Breathe here. Exhale, release. Sway the pelvis. Okay, let's set up on the other side, reaching out with the right hand, reaching out with the right toes, plant them. Bend the left leg, take hold of the outside of the foot, kick into the shoulder to lift the heart, and then lift the thigh off the mat. Once you're here, maybe you lift the right foot, keep reaching out with the toes, keep reaching out with the fingers if we're lifting. Find the breath. And on your next exhale, slowly release, unwind, turn the cheek to the mat and sway from side to side. Let's bring our right arm right out at the shoulder, 90 degrees, palm face down. Let's take the left hand underneath the left shoulder. And we're gonna keep reaching with the right fingertips as we roll into that shoulder. What do we do with this left leg? We're gonna take let the toe relax onto the mat. What's happening with our head? We're releasing it to the earth. Now, if this isn't working out, if there's some discomfort in the neck, here's where our optional block comes in to become a pillow. Just resting the ear on the pillow and moving into that shoulder head. Breathe in. If you can rest the head comfortably on the earth, then please do so. If you're finding this a bit of a strange strain, please use the block. Then what do we do with this left hand? Maybe we reach back with the left hand. Maybe just like let it relax. Maybe we widen the left knee a bit, rolling into that shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, let's come back to our bellies. Release both arms alongside the body and sway the pelvis. And set up on the other side. Let's reach out really strongly with the left hand. Bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder and we're gonna press ourselves onto our side, really pressing into that shoulder head. And again, we're gonna release the head into the earth. If that isn't working for us, we're gonna go ahead and get our block to give ourselves a pillow. In the West, we get this feeling that if it doesn't hurt, it's not working. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for sensation without strain. If you push too hard, there's a danger of degenerating the tissues, degenerating the muscles. And if we don't go far enough, then we come into atrophy, stiffness. So we need to find that happy balance. Again, you can reach behind you with your right hand if you like, opening the right shoulder. Anywhere you can settle in and still maintain that intentional breath and that peaceful state of being. Inhale. Now let's exhale, settle in, both arms alongside the body, sway the pelvis, and let's rock the forehead. Let's massage the forehead against the mat.
Hands come behind the shoulders. Let's press on up.
Bring our sit bones to our heels.
Extend the arms, keep them nice and strong. Release the forehead.
Inhale to rise up. Let's bring the elbows onto the mat. Elbows just beneath the shoulders. We can interlace the fingers. Then we're going to step the right foot back and the left foot back. And we're in Dolphin. Dolphin plank. So again, let's find our shoulder blades in this pose. So press into the forearms to separate the shoulder blades. And then exhale, slide them into their place. And just for the sake of testing, let's drop the chest and feel how we can end up sagging through the shoulder girdle. So let's press into our forearms again and get us back into neutral. So press in a lot to separate the shoulder blades, sag deeply to find how that feels, and then find that middle ground in between. Press through the heels. Option to stay just like this, or if you feel like doing a little dolphin plank swim, on an inhale we rock forward on the toes, chin comes past the knuckles, and exhale, send the heels back to the back of the room. Inhale, swim forward, chin reaches. Exhale back. Inhale, swim it. Exhale back. Let's drop the knees. Sit back in child. Reach out the arms. Keep the arms active. Feel the stretch all the way into the shoulders, down to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Let's come on up again. Elbows under shoulders. This time we're going to interlace the non-dominant finger on top. It might feel a little awkward. Let's stagger the pinkies so that we're not putting all the weight onto one little pinky. Tuck the toes. Send the hips up and back. We're in Dolphin. And now let's settle the head between the upper arms and make sure we have a little space for the head. Now your head will be grazing the mat, and that's okay. But we want to press in enough so that we're not resting any weight on the head. So drop the heels. Press into the forearms. Feel the strength of the shoulders. Feel the opening of the shoulders. Okay, option to stay right here, or you can walk the feet towards your face. And let's inhale the right leg up. Then we're going to look to our hands. And we're going to use that leg as a pendulum just to do a few hops. Just hopping. And then we're going to do it on the other side. Set up again, lift through the left leg, look to the hands, and just use the leg to kind of kick up. Nothing crazy. Just exploring getting the hips over the shoulders. And then settle on the knees. Let's settle the sit bones on the heels. And this time we're going to bring the arms alongside the body so we can really just droop the shoulders in toward the earth. Big inhale, sigh it out, exhale. And as you're ready, let's roll on up to sitting. Open through the shoulders, open the chest, and take a breath here. And then we're going to come back into our downward dog. From downward dog, we're going to lift up through the right leg, stack the hips, and reach the toe up even higher. When we can't reach it anymore, we're going to bend it in toward the glutes. And now what are the shoulders doing here? We're going to drop the right shoulder pretty strongly. And we're going to try to see if we can peek at our toe under our left armpit. So we're trying to square the shoulders to the mat even as the hips are twisting outward. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale to send that leg through the body. Plant on the right foot. Pivot on the back foot. And we're going to come up into Warrior Two. Let's establish our Warrior Two. Shoulders away from ears. Gaze out over the right hand. Let's sink in a little more. See if we can get that front thigh parallel to the earth. And we're going to check the knee is not caving in. We're going to bring it out to rotating out toward the little toe side. As we inhale, let's straighten that front leg. As we exhale, let's reach out over the extended leg, plant the arm, and lift up through the left hand. Now let's pivot the palm to face toward the front of the room. As we inhale, we're gonna reach overhead. Exhale, open out. Inhale, reach overhead, reach from the hips. Exhale, straight up. Inhale to reach. Exhale, straight up. On the next inhale, we're gonna come on up. Rotate the feet. So here we come into a wide stance with our toes slightly pigeon-toed. Okay? We're gonna bring our hands behind the spine, interlace the fingers. Reach down with the knuckles so we can pull the shoulder heads apart. Give lots of space for the heart. Look up. Exhale, lead with the heart as we come down. Arms come overhead. Reach away from the body with the knuckles. As gravity drops them toward the earth. We're trying to keep lots of space across the chest. Feel the rise through the inner legs. And feel the rooting down through the outer legs, all the way into the outer blade of the feet. Inhale here. Exhale, release the arms. And we're gonna walk ourselves out as far as we can, keeping the hips over the heels, hips in line with the heels. And then we're gonna sink the heart. So it's like we're doing a downward dog, but with really wide legs. Keep reaching out with those fingertips. Keep reaching back with the sit bones. Inhale to come up a bit. We're going to take the right hand, cross it under the body, take hold of the outside of the left leg, roll the shoulder under, and we're peeking under the left armpit. Feel that yummy opening in all around the right shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Come back to center. Set yourself back up. Long upper body, long arms. And then we're going to take the left arm under the body, roll the shoulder under. Let's take the outside of the right foot. Keep reaching with the right arm. Roll the shoulder under. Maybe gaze up under the right armpit. Breathe into the left shoulder. All around the back of it. The inner edge of the shoulder blade. Big inhale. Exhale to release. Coming back into our extended, wide semi-dog. Let's start the journey back up. Let's get the hands underneath the hip, underneath the shoulders. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale to rise up. Arms come out. We're gonna pivot over that right leg. Come into our warrior two. Inhale in warrior two. Exhale, let's rotate the arms. Send the right foot back. We're in our plank. Shoulder blades are nice and flush against the back of our body as we lower down into chaturanga. Inhale as we push up into up dog or cobra. Our shoulder blades now pressing the chest forward. Exhale to down dog. And let's inhale the left leg up. Let's open the hips to the left side of the room. And when we can't reach our toe up any higher, we're gonna let the heel slide down toward the glutes. We're gonna root into that right heel. We're gonna drop the left shoulder because it's gonna wanna come up with the hips. And we're gonna find that counterbalance between the opening hips and the left shoulder. Maybe we see our toes, high toes, underneath our armpit. Keep pressing the floor away, strong through the hands. On your next inhale, let's reach up with the toes. Exhale, send the leg through the hands. Pivot on the back foot so we can windmill on up into warrior two on the left side. Okay, as we sink in, our knee is tracking over the middle toe. Our gaze is tracking over the middle finger. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. powerful arms. On our next inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. We're going to reach out, get lots of space through the left side body, and just let the hand float down to the ground as we let the right come up toward the sky. And we look up toward to the thumb. If this is not working for the neck, just look straight ahead. Now as we inhale, we're going to pivot the palm and reach up overhead. Exhale back into our more standard triangle pose. Inhale to reach it out overhead. Exhale, we're finding that connection through the hip all the way out the fingertips. Inhale. And exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to follow the fingers on up. Settle back into warrior two. Inhale in warrior two. Exhale to pivot all the way around. And with our newfound intelligence in our shoulder blades, we're going to contain the shoulder blades along the back. Exhale into our chaturanga. Inhale, press the sternum forward on the up dog. Exhale to down dog. Let's come forward on an inhale. We're back in our plank. The left hand's going to come to the middle of the mat. We're going to pivot on our feet. So we're staggering our feet, coming into a half plank or into a side plank. Maybe we stack the feet. Now we're going to have lots of attention through the shoulder. We're not collapsing into it. We're finding lift from the earth, and we're also finding lift through the side body. Our hips are doing most of the lifting on the lower left hip. Inhale, exhale to come down. Set yourself up in plank. Put the right hand to the middle. Pivot onto the pivot so the feet are pointing toward the left. And you can either stagger your feet or you can stack them. And reach up. Press out of the shoulder so we're not collapsing. Lift up through the hips. Lots of action in the right hip. Lots of action in the right arm. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. From your plank, come back into down dog. Shake the head. No. Not a yes. Release, 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 release. Let's inhale the right leg up. Exhale, let's bring it through the hands. Let's drop on the back knee. Let's inhale our arms up. And exhale the hands behind our back again. Interlace the fingers and draw the knuckles along the inner left thigh. Press the sternum to the sky. Breathe through the front of the body. Exhale to sink the hips. Inhale to rise up. And now as we exhale, we're going to plant the left hand. We're going to turn the body in toward the right thigh. And we're going to reach on up with our right hand. And now we're going to test it out. Can we pick up the back foot? Can we grab it? Can we use that foot to kick in, open the shoulder, and spiral the heart toward the sky? If you have the foot, on the next exhale, lower it down. Next inhale reaches up. Exhale to come around square to the front of the mat again. Okay, and now we're going to get a hold of our strap. So our strap has a foot size loop at the end. So we're squaring ourselves to the front of the room. We're going to pick up that foot again. We're going to loop the strap over the foot. Now we're going to take the strap in our hands. Whoop, check the balance. And we're going to walk our hands as far down that strap as we can, as far as our edge will allow us. Elbows stay in toward the ears, in line with the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Release the strap. Let's plant the hands. Send the right back to meet the left. We're in plank. Exhale to lower down into chaturanga. Inhale to press the chest forward into up dog. Exhale to down dog. Big exhale. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, send it through the hands. Come down on the back knee. We're gonna inhale to rise up. We're gonna exhale to bring the hands around behind the body. Let's interlace the non-dominant finger in front again. Lots of space into the chest. Lean back, reach up. Fingers, knuckles are heading down the inside of the right thigh. Keep the neck nice and long, nice and strong. Inhale here. Exhale to release the arms. Our inhale is going to ride us up, and our exhale is going to plant the right hand this time. Turn the body toward the left side so we can come into a twist. Keep pressing into the right hand so we don't collapse in the right shoulder. And we're going to test out if we can lift up the back foot. And we're going to test out if we can grab that back foot. And then we're going to see if we can kick into the hand, open the shoulder, rotate the heart toward the sky. And breathe. Drink in the inhale. Sigh out the exhale. Let's release the foot. Inhale, everybody together, we're all in the twist. Exhale to come back around to the center. Now we're gonna set up for our shoulder stretch here. Now, a little bit of cue on the back knee. Okay, we don't wanna be right on top of the kneecap when we lift our leg. We wanna kind of pull ourselves a bit forward. So we're coming into the top of the knee, okay? Bottom of the thigh. That nice fleshy part down there. So we're not just crashing into the bone. Okay, so we have our strap. We're gonna loop it around that foot. We're gonna get our balance established. And then we're gonna see how far we can come back on that strap. Elbows reaching up toward the sky. And breathing in this amazing stretch. Find all the places of sensation. If there's any kind of crazy pinching in the back, engage the core to take out some of the bend out of the back. Every back bend is a front stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Let's come down, plant the hands either side of that foot, lift the back knee, the left goes back to meet right, and exhale to lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Let's set the knees, heels come together. We're gonna release ourselves on the floor. Take a big belly breath. Feel the hammock of the belly opening up. And sigh it all out. And as you're ready, walk the hands. Let the head come up last. And now for the fun part. So we're coming into forearm balance. We're gonna set up just like we did when we were doing our dolphin. Okay? So we come onto our knees. We bring our elbows under our shoulders. Interlace the fingers. Option to keep the hands in line with the elbows. Interlace the fingers again, staggering the pinkies so that we don't have too much weight on a single pinky. Okay. Tucking the toes, sending hips up so we're in dolphin. And if you're not going to go upside down today, just hang out in dolphin. If you would like to go upside down, let's look to the fingers. Let's walk the toes in a little bit. Reach up with one leg. Use that as a pendulum to come all the way up. Press into the forearms. Maybe we reach up with the toes without using the wall. Breathing here. And when you're ready to come out, gently lower down and hang out in child's pose. Or you feel like doing it again, let's interlace the fingers the other way. Lift up. This time use your other foot as your pendulum, just so we get some balance. Press into the forearms, reach up with the toes, finding the breath.
One more inhale. Exhale, gently lower down. Send the hips back. Reach the arms forward. Let the elbows come to the mat. Let's sway the hips. And when you're ready to come out, walk the fingers toward the knees, or stack the vertebra, and come on up. And let's come on back down to earth. Let's rock back and forth. Coming back onto our shoulders, rocking forward onto our sit bones. Exhale and inhale. And exhale. Let's bring our hands alongside the body, palms face down. Reach the toes up toward the sky. We're going to come into a kind of piked shoulder stand. So as we lift up, we're going to place our hips in our hands. And then we're going to bring the toes toward the sky. Okay, so we're not in full shoulder stand here. We're actually resting our hip bones into our hands. So as we exhale, we're going to draw the knees in toward the forehead. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knees into forehead. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, knees into forehead. Inhale, rise. And this time we're going to keep the legs long and we're going to reach them up overhead. We're going to start to feed the back up so we get the hips over the shoulders. Let's keep the elbows in. And now from this position, we're in plow. Maybe if our toes are on the ground, we can interlace the fingers and extend the arms on the mat. Press the sit bones up toward the sky. Whatever you do, please don't be looking around in this position. We got a lot of weight on the back of the head. Find the weight across the shoulder blades, across the upper arms. But we have a little bit of space under the neck. Okay, so now that we probably have the hips a little bit more over the shoulders, let's bring our palms to our spine and reach up one leg at a time. So we come into full supported shoulder stand. Reach up with the balls of the big toes. Again, we don't want to be looking around at all. We want to keep our head nice and neutral in this pose. And then we want to find the peace here. Feel the weight along the back of the head, all through the shoulders, backs of the arms. Maybe some pressure in the hands. Just notice it all. Keep reaching up with the toes. Maybe we rest our gaze on the toenails. And then as we're ready, we'll bring the feet again overhead. Extend the arms on the mat, kind of as breaks, so we can uncurl the spine, vertebra by vertebra. And then the heels come to the mat. We're going to sit on our palms, bring the elbows in real close to the body. Extend the legs again, press into the elbows to lift the heart, and then lower the crown of the head onto the mat. Shoulder blades again are pressing the sternum up toward the sky. Send the breath all along the front body. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to push into the elbows, lift the head, lower the back of the head onto the mat. Walk the feet to the hands so we can release the hands from under the sacrum. And let's bring the arms up into cactus arms. We'll bring the knees into a 90-degree angle. We're going to roll onto the left hip and settle the knees over to the side, keeping the shoulders right firm onto the ground. Breathe into the twist. On your next exhale, let's bring the knees back into the center. And we're going to roll over onto that right hip. Next inhale, we'll come back to center. One last squeeze on in, nose to knees, heels to sit bones. And when you're ready to release, just
flop it out. And we're going to come into Shavasana. Let's lift the pelvis, get lots of space for the sacrum, extend the legs, lift the chest, tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Let the palms be up to the sky. Let's lift the head, tuck the chin, get some space to the back of the neck. Big breath all the way from the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, just release it into the earth. One more big inhale, feet, legs, torso, chest, throat, head, hold. And release it all, release it all. And then let the breath be soft. Let the mind be soft. Let the thoughts settle into the moment. Just as you give permission for your body not to move, let your mind not move either. Really commit yourself to stillness. Quieting the mind, quieting the body, integrating everything. And when you're ready to come out of Shavasana, take a big belly breath again. And imagine sending that energy you're gathering in the torso out to the fingers and toes. Start to move them around, swaying the head from side to side. And then maybe you reach up overhead to get a full body stretch. And release it. Walking the feet toward the sit bones to tip over to the left side. Taking a couple breaths here, transitioning out of stillness. And when you're ready, coming back up to seated. Thank you so much for sharing that journey into the shoulders with me. I hope you got something out of that. And if you like this video, please hit like. And if you want to see more, you can support the channel by subscribing. And if you have any requests or comments or questions, please stick them in the comment section down below. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.